In this week's edition of the Business Review, another call for Jamaicans to become more digitally savvy. This follows data showing the island is lagging behind on the regional and global index. TVJ's Andrew Laidley reports.
Over the last decade, the digital divide between developing and developed countries has been narrowing in terms of financial technology, mobile subscribers, and internet users. But recent data from the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, signals that more work needs to be done to level the playing field.
90% of our transactions are still done in person in this region. It's ridiculous. It can't continue. It shouldn't be, because we know that we can deliver services more efficiently, better quality, more timeliness, a better interaction with the government if we can do things differently.
Country manager at the IDB, Therese Turner-Jones, says the digital overhaul must start at the state level.
So on average, Caribbean people spend about 4.5 hours to complete any government transaction, 4.5 hours. And that involves going to many different places and doing it physically. In Jamaica, that number is 4.1 hours, compared to the Bahamas, which is about 2.8. We have many fewer people, so I don't know that it's comparable. In Trinidad, it's just under 4 hours. This is still better than the Latin American average of about almost 6 hours, but it's really not good.
When measured against other countries in the region, the results show that Jamaica still has a long way to go.
In Jamaica, people surveyed, only 4% of all interactions of the folks studied in this report were able to get onto a government service through a digital transaction. 4%. It's a very low number. The highest number, however, in the region, including all of Latin America, was Barbados with 17%, and Nicaragua lagging with only 1%. But certainly a country like Jamaica could do better than 4%.
But it's not just about catching up with the rest of the world. Ms. Turner-Jones says embracing the digital world can also prove to be a cost-effective move for Jamaicans.
So when we looked at developed countries around the world, for example, in the UK, in-person transactions cost about $15 on average, whereas a digital one costs about 40 cents. And a country like Mexico, which is probably a little more comparable to Jamaica, that number is $9 for physical interaction versus about 45 cents for a digital one. So we know that there are lots of benefits, and that, by the way, those costs are borne by taxpayers. If I don't do anything else in Jamaica in my time here, it will be to see that Jamaica become a fully digital economy.
Andrew Laidley, TVJ News.